falling off. Nicola's up at 12:30 a.m. in the morning in England.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm back.
Gotta work. I always ask her this. You gotta work in the morning.
Not tomorrow.
Thank
So
God. Woo. Y'all see this sitting beside me? McDonald's coming. Unsweet tea. So I'll go there all the time. I'll get unsweet tea and I put my whole earth sweetener in it. Oh my gosh, it's like sweet tea and it's just like such a break for me. I love it. So convenient.
Yeah.
And my dog loves it. If my dog's with me, he knows like the smells. So he will like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a hamburger. So when we go through McDonald's, I'll get a tea. He gets a plain hamburger and I have to feed it to him, right? And I have to get in the back of the Jeep and feed it to him because if not, he gets very upset and he drools all over the place, just runs like a water faucet. It's disgusting.
This was great.
Who else do we got on here? Let me see. I've got Shirley on here. Hey,
me.
Shirley. Good to see you. Let's see. Let me make sure we got everybody. Oh, Wade's all right, here we go. Wade was turning on his stuff. So listen, before I start, I want to talk to you guys a little bit. And before I really get started, I know we'll probably have more ladies coming on. I guess this is part of my plan. It's not before we get started. It's actually me starting. So I wanted to shout out to some ladies who are really killing it. You know, I love to look on Trainerize and see when you ladies are hitting personal best with your workouts and your nutrition and stuff. Now this is about, I think mostly about your workouts, but people that are just killing it. And I want to give you a shout out and just say how awesome that is that you are doing this for yourself and you're pushing through it and hitting goals. And I love that. So I've got Alicia Mills, Amber Walker, Angie Grodzicki, Candace Thompson, Jana Coulter, Jessie Scott, Christine DiDamaso, Mariam Mathis, Mariam McKnight, Michelle Guthrie, Michelle Bruce, Nicola, you're on there. Nicola, and let's see where we at. Nicole Walters, Paula Ryan, Stephanie Cracknell. I mean, you guys are killing it. Stephanie Pruitt, Stephanie Ravenscroft, all the Stephanies are killing it. Tammy Costello, Tony Kane, Trish Healy, Viana. I mean, you guys are killing it. Now, we have some setbacks. Carmen wasn't on there only because Carmen's got a boo-boo. So we have some setbacks with some personal injuries, so don't take it personal if you were not mentioned or you're new. But I'll tell you, I just wanted to give you credit and say, way to go, ladies. You're killing it. I'm so proud of you. And I just want to talk a little bit about that tonight. You know, usually I focus on people who are having issues and really having some struggles. And we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But I don't give enough credit where credit is due. And that's what I want to do tonight. So if you are hitting your mark in nutrition or your workouts, I want to say job well done because it's not easy. It's not. It's not easy. And here's the thing. So many women just give up on themselves. They do. It's hard. It's a struggle. And, you know, it's not easy. And you women that are fighting for yourselves are pushing yourselves when other people are giving up. And I think that that is so amazing. That shows me what kind of women you are. You're a different breed of woman. You aren't a woman who just takes what is handed to her and says, okay, that's just what the world gave me. You know, we get some crap sometimes, ladies. We do. And we have to, you know, take that crap and you know, the saying is when life gives you lemon, make lemonade, right? And so we are those ladies over here. We're mixing up the lemonade, maybe throwing a few shots of vodka in it if you're some of us. So we are taking what is pretty rough menopause and life happening, and we are saying, okay, right now I'm going to make myself a priority. Now, that is a hard thing to do. And I want to tell you guys, great job. Great job. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves. You should embrace every small victory. You should say it out loud to somebody, man, I'm losing weight, or instead of them, you getting a compliment and you playing it down, just say thank you. Wow, Carmen, your body's really changing. I see you really fighting hard. Leslie, you're doing such a great job. Just say thank you. And don't go, oh, no, just say thank you. You know you're doing something very hard. It's not easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But you're doing something very hard, and it's very inspiring. You can be very inspirational to a lot of women. And you can really touch a lot of lives. You can give hope to somebody who thinks there is no hope. I used to think there wasn't much hope. My doctor gave me zero hope. Well, you're just in perimenopause. Well, thanks a lot. What are we going to do about it? Well, it's just normal. Well, okay. What an awful thing to say. I felt no hope. And you guys are out there doing it, and you're giving somebody else hope that their life doesn't have to be that way anymore. Is it hard? Yes, it is. But also, the hard was when I wasn't doing anything about it. That was harder. That was hard. You talk about hard. Just staying in it and just suffering through it was hard. Getting up every day and thinking, God, why do I feel so bad? Looking in the mirror, hiding in pictures, walking in, pulling my shirt down and trying to fix everything. And just walking in a room was hard, especially a room of people I didn't know. That was really hard. Or people who hadn't seen me in a long time thinking, oh gosh, they probably are thinking, gosh, she gained weight. That was hard. Getting on a stage in front of thousands of people. When I was in music all my life, I've been a musician, and getting on stage in front of thousands of people in the middle of July in 100-degree weather, and the sun is going down under the roof of the stage, and someone decides to turn the stage lights on also, and I've got on 3 sets of Spanx under my clothing trying to sing for an hour and a half. That is hard. I thought I was going to faint. That is hard. Okay, that's hard. Because I didn't want my stomach hanging over on my clothes, and I didn't bring any other clothes. I was traveling. I was in Ohio that day that happened, and I'll never forget it. And it was hard. That was hard. This working hard and seeing my accomplishments, that's a different kind of hard, but that has a reward. Oh my gosh, that has an amazing reward. I get my confidence back. I get to feel better about myself. I find out that I'm really stronger than I thought. Oh my gosh, this journey has shown me that I don't have to just lay down on myself and give up anymore, that I'm worth fighting for. It's changed my marriage. I'm not hiding every room I walk into. I'm proud to walk into a room with my head held high. I know that I've worked hard for it. It wasn't given to me, and it wasn't given to you. It's not given to you, and you can't even buy it. It's something you earn. And when you earn it, there's a sense of pride in it. Oh my gosh, I accomplished this. I never thought I could do it. If you would have asked me, did I think that I could transform my body? I just didn't. I was just hoping to lose the weight. I never thought I'd ever get here. Never thought my body would have ever changed like it has, and it's still continuing to change. And I never thought I could push to this point. Never. Never. So if you think I believed it and that's why I fought, no, I didn't believe it. And to be really honest, I wore a two-piece bikini one time when I was 19 years old. And since then, I hadn't worn any until I was 51 years old. And I still am uncomfortable in it when I go on the beach. I'm still very uncomfortable because it's still unusual to me. It's not normal, you know, and still uncomfortable in it, but I do it. And I hope it inspires you. And I want you to know that you're inspiring to someone else. And I want to talk about just a few inspiring people that you probably don't know about who are on our program. One of them, you don't see her face, but her name is, should I tell you her name? Mary Lee. Okay, she's very quiet. And Mary Lee was hit by a truck, not in another vehicle. She was ran over by a truck. And she was a 170-pound woman. And from all of the swelling and all of the broken bones, I think her weight went up to 230 pounds. Not weight, that was water weight, because she was so swollen from an accident. And she has pins all through her body. And they even had to remove muscle from her body and her legs because the muscle died. She's a nurse. She's taking care of her father. She has to take care of him. She's the only one that's taking care of him. And she is a nurse. She used to run the whole nurses, whatever they call it, all the nurses. She was over all of them. And do you know that she also had a surgery to have bypass to lose her weight? And she still hadn't lost all the weight. And since November, I think she's lost around 50 pounds or something like that. And she is down in the 130s right now. And this woman was in the walking challenge doing 20,000 steps and still is doing them. And they said she would never walk again. And the pain that she has is crazy. And her blood pressure is now doing very, very well. It's pretty awesome. And she is a fighter. And she's looking at her future and she's saying, I am going to have a good future. I'm not going to be today. She told me, I'm not going to be a lady that they have to fight over who's going to come in and roll me over in the nursing home. She said, I'm going to be the one that's helping take care of everybody else. I'm not going to be one that's on the bed sick. That's what she is. And she inspires me so much that I talked to my daughter about her yesterday at lunch, because I got pictures from her, from Mary Lee, and they just blew my mind. Blew my mind. She's a fighter. You talk about a fighter, oh my gosh. So you guys are among women who maybe no one knows your story or what you've been through in your life. But I want to let you know you're in good company here. You're in good company. Another woman that I just put up her picture the other day on my Facebook page publicly, she's 61, her name's Pam. And she hasn't been on my program for a while. She hasn't been here for a while. She's off doing her own thing. She's got it under control and she's making progress on her own. But listen to this. She came in here and talked to us and told us her story. It was amazing. So she has an autoimmune disease and she was in a wheelchair and her muscles were being consumed by her body. Her body was consuming her muscles. And they called her family in because they said that they thought for sure she was going to pass. And she could build no muscle. Now, see, I put up her picture of when she was 60 and now she's 61. And if you look at her body, there was such a very small chance of her not only surviving and living, and ever getting out of the wheelchair. But now if you look at her, and I'm going to have her come on and do a testimony and talk to us about it. She is now out of a wheelchair. And if you go to my Facebook page, my public page, look at her, and it will blow your mind. She has grown muscle when the doctor said she could never do it because of her disease. And at 61, this woman is strong. And it's amazing to see. And when she turns 63 years old, she's going to compete in a physique contest. You talk about inspiring stories. She needs to write a book. That's who you guys are among. You are in a circle of women who are champions. And I know that you would probably not think of yourself as a champion, but Nicola, you are a champion. You are doing incredible things. You are inspiring. You are doing things you probably never thought you would ever do. And here you are at 12:30 in the morning in England, tuning in. That shows your commitment. You ladies are among champions. Now, maybe you feel, first of all, I want to say, remember, if you're succeeding, you are one that needs to inspire others. You are here to help somebody else. And when you do, oh my God, it will change your life. Being able to take those moments of your failures and your successes and help somebody else in these groups and seeing their lives change and seeing them start to rise up and do better for themselves, it will bless you even more than it will bless them. It will, when you reach out. So I'm calling all you women who are doing well, and I'm saying, ladies, Brandy, I'm calling you on the carpet, woman. Let people know your story here. Let them know how far you've come and what you had to fight through. Let them see your victories and your struggles and help somebody. You can do this. And I want to tell you, Brandy is another one of those inspiring stories, amazing stories that you see. So many of them here. Christine is another one. She is a bad ASS. She is. She don't even know how bad she is. She is. She's awesome. She's one of those women who fights for herself and her goals. You have much to give. You have much to give other women. And I hope you see that. And today, Tony, we celebrate you.
Oh.
Sharing your pictures and your big pants and inspiring people. That's what it's about. It's important that you do those things, ladies, that you inspire somebody because they need you. You know, they need you. We need you to support everyone, you know, and I want to say that, you know, you are fighting right now, and this is a push, but you're not just fighting for right now. This is a fight, but fighting to keep it when you leave. That's what's going to be your success. When you live the rest of your life strong and healthy and doing your best to be your best self, that's the true victory. Right? That's a true victory. So prepare for it now. Prepare for that journey forward. So your journey doesn't end here with me. It keeps going forward. Remember that. It's your future. This is your future. For those of you who are having a hard time, I want to say this, man, I have been there. Don't think that my journey has been easy or perfect. Don't think that I haven't given up. I have given up more times in my life than I've ever succeeded. I have given up on weight loss. I have PTSD. I've been through rape. I was an abused child. I tried to commit suicide at age 13. I have given up on myself again and again and saw no future or no hope for myself. At age 51, I remember I left everything because I was I was failing at everything. I was failing at my marriage. I was failing at being a good mother. I was failing at my music career. I was failing at weight loss. I gave up on myself again and again and again. My food consisted of a handful of potato chips, a coffee, and then another coffee and another coffee. I didn't sleep. I was achy, tired, hurting. I didn't believe in myself at all. And then I met a man. His name was Wade. And he inspired the heck out of me. And one of the first videos I ever saw, he was in a gym and he was looking up at the pictures on the wall of men who competed. And he said, I want to be on that wall one day. And he was 51 years old. And it inspired me. And not only that, I thought he was cute. But here he was. And you guys don't know too much about his story probably, but his wife decided that she wanted a divorce. And I don't think he too much saw it coming, a little bit maybe. And he came to live with his parents at age 50, live with his parents with nothing but a car and a few things in his car. That's it. That's all I had to his name. Moved back in with his parents, who are amazing parents, by the way, and had nothing and really didn't have any. He had some old friends he left behind here. And here he was, out of shape, no job, no health insurance, nothing, and had to start his life over. And so when I saw his story and him looking up that wall and dreaming, it inspired me that maybe I can change my life. And so you ladies that are, feeling down about yourselves, I want you to look at these women who are succeeding and to know that they have failures too. They have hardships too. Oh my gosh, they have faced struggles you don't even know about. And you too can succeed. And is it hard? Yes, it is hard. I'm gonna tell you, it's worth it. It's a fight. It's a fight, but it's worth it. I also don't tell this, but I was drinking every single night and getting drunk. I've told it maybe a couple times. Every single night, sleeping in my street clothes on my bed. That was me. Now I get to work with women all over the world and see them do amazing things and learn from my failures. Pretty darn awesome job I got. I love it. I love what I get to do. So if you're feeling like you're failing, I want you to ask, what is the part that is most challenging to me? What is so challenging to me? And I want you to think about it. And then I want you to think, how do we overcome this challenge? And that's what I, as your coach, and these ladies around you are here for. We don't just have groups to tell each other how good we did and we hit our nutrition goal. We're here to help each other solve some issues and to overcome. We're here to join forces and to see each other succeed and celebrate other people's victories. That's what we're here for. And to see other people succeed and know that we can too. So I want you to ask yourself, what is the most challenging part to me? And then I want you to think about, how do I overcome this challenge in my future? Because see, we let these things stop us and they seem so big, but they have answers. And they're not always straightforward answers. Sometimes those answers are hard to find, but we can find them if we work together. And that's what I, as your coach, I am here for. So I'm here to help you to see those challenges and say, how do we conquer these challenges? I mean, we've got some big challenges in our lives day to day, but we can conquer them, but we have to address them and not give up on ourselves. Not just say, I just can't do it. I've failed at everything else. And I'm just going to fail at this. I just can't do it. This is just too hard for me. No, it's not. It's not too hard for you. You can do this. Is it a little different? Yes. Gosh, I wish it was so easy, but it's not. But you can't even pay for it. You know, we'd pay for it if we could. Sometimes God says, let me get to my goal. Here's $50, $100, $5,000. I'll pay for it. It's earned. It's earned. And when you earn it, you know the value of it. Man, it was a struggle for me. The reward for it is incredible. The fight was crazy, but I'll tell you this, sitting and suffering through every day was worse. Suffering through it and just taking whatever life handed me was much worse. It had much more regret than the fight that I had to do to get to where I am. It was a fight now. And some of you are looking at a fight and you're going, holy crap, I want to give up and go back to what? Because it don't feel good to let life run you over. It has reward on it, and it's called regret. It sucks. But if you fight, it has reward on it too. It requires discipline, and discipline is hard, man, but it's not as hard as regret. I want you guys to refocus on your why. Why did you come on here? Why is it important to you? Why did you want to lose weight in the first place? Why did you want to get in shape? And guess what? It probably isn't because I just need to lose 15 pounds. For me, it was, I felt like a failure, man. I felt like out of control. I felt unsexy. I felt like I was going to fight. I was going to fight instead of go down in flames and let PTSD, anxiety, a bad marriage, a crappy career, and all that ruin me. I was not going to go out like that. I was going to face my fears and I was going to fight. And I'm telling you today, remember your why. Why are you here? Fight for you. It's hard. Fight. It's worth it though. Fight. Remember why you're here and go deep on it. You know, sometimes women tell me, well, I need to lose 50 pounds. I've gained 50 pounds in the last 3 years. And you know what? That's hard. But then they don't fight. They give up. And I'm thinking, you are not to rock bottom yet. Is it going to take you gaining 50 more pounds and coming back in 3 years, 100 pounds heavier, going, now I'm going to fight? Do you want to fight then? Because it's harder then. Fight now. Go deep on your why. Why do you need to fight this fight? And you're going to fail. But you're going to fail your way to success if you look at those failures and you go, okay, I did fail. And you acknowledge those failures. Well, how am I going to overcome this moving forward? And sometimes that answer is not really clear. And sometimes we have to search for it, but we'll find it. You can move forward. People have fought incredible battles, just like the ladies I talked about earlier in this story. Battles that we have no clue about. Wheelchairs and broken bones and muscles removed that were dying in their bodies. They fought. That's incredible. And you think you can't make it through this? I'm going to tell you why. It's hard, but you can make it. And when you get through it, you know that you earned it. And you know the value it has. And other people will look at you and they'll go, it must be it must be nice. You know, you must have good genetics. Yeah, every time somebody says that to me, I want to go, kiss my butt. I worked for every bit of it. I worked hard for it, and you're going to know the value in it too. So refocus on your why. And remember ladies like the ones that I talked to you about earlier that are fighting a good fight. And man, they are making their comeback. And whenever Pam goes to stage and she goes to compete, she lives here in Tennessee. Oh, if she lived in New York, I don't care where she lived, Hawaii, England, I would fly there to see her compete because this woman is just from the wheelchair to a stage at age 63. And what a story. And I'll tell you what, she fights and she hurts. And she didn't know if she could grow muscle. And she didn't even know if she could live. And here she is. So ladies who are succeeding, share your stories. Help somebody. Ladies who feel like you are not succeeding, know that you can move past things that look like you can't conquer them, mountains that look insurmountable, that you can run over those things. It's hard. It's not easy, but you can do it. And you have that ability because you don't want to stay right here and live in this regret. There is something better in the future. And I want you to remind yourself that quit looking at the struggle right here and begin to focus on the future. Remember why you're fighting and see the victory because it will come, but you have to see it. You have to fight. You have to push through. As your coach, I am here. I don't care if you failed. I don't care if you've messed up. Answer your coaching calls, make your coaching calls. If you're mad at me, if you're discouraged, if you don't know how to make it, if you want to quit, good, tell me. I won't get my feelings hurt. If you think I'm a sucky coach, tell me. Maybe I can get better. I'm serious. I'll take it as a compliment because it helps me become better because I want to be one of the best. I do. If you need me, I'm right here. We all need each other. It doesn't make us weak. It makes us stronger. We're here for each other. Have some notes. This is about loving ourselves. This is not about looking in the mirror and hating ourselves. It's not about that. This journey isn't about, oh my God, I remember looking in the mirror going, what is this? God, I just wish I could live it. Why won't it go away? Just beating myself up. Oh, I can't wear that. Oh, changing my clothes 35 times and hating myself and hating myself and hating myself. This journey is about loving yourself in the middle of complete chaos sometimes. It's about saying, I am worth this. It's about finding your worth and seeing that you are worth fighting for. Isn't it funny that we fight for everybody else, but we won't fight for ourselves sometimes? You're worth fighting for. You might have went through SHIT, but that doesn't make you SHIT. You are valuable. And you get to define what that SHIT meant to you. And by that, I mean this. When I was raped one time, I was a victim for 25 to 30 years. When a song would come on that I was raped to, I would fearfully turn the radio 25 years later. I'd wear clothes buttoned up to here and down to there. I wouldn't want a man to touch me. And I was hiding. I couldn't even let my child touch me and rub my arm. Now, I was raped one time. But in my mind, I lived it out 25 to 30 years. And you know what I decided? Here's what I decided. I was worth fighting for. That I was not what happened to me. My parents abused me. My stepdad abused me, not my dad. My stepdad abused me. I was not who they said I was. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm good enough. And I'll tell you right now, I know that I am. Maybe you gave up on yourself. Maybe you believed the lies. Maybe you've been through some traumatic things and it's affected your whole life. You get to define that. So you know what I did? I decided I will listen to Aerosmith. And they will become my favorite band. And I will go to their concerts. And I will scream like a girl. And when their songs come on, I'm going to feel empowered and not weakened and fearful and afraid. And the man that raped me, I will not hide from. I saw him in a town one time. I was at a parade, and he was across the street, and I hid. What did I have to hide from? So last year I wrote him a note on Facebook, said, "You raped me. It hurt me for many years. I've never addressed it. I didn't tell anybody for 5 years. And I hid from the person who raped me. I didn't want him to see me on the street. Why? Why was I afraid of? I should have stood strong and tall and fought for myself. I didn't. So now I've decided to take that thing that destroyed me for all those freaking years. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let that empower me. I'm going to be strong. I ain't laying down on nobody ever again. I'm standing up for myself. I'm fighting for my life. My life is short, but I'm going to make it worth something. And here I am today. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. Fight for you. You are worth it. You were put here for a reason. You have a purpose. Your life can be whatever you make it. You get to be the author of your story. You get to say what your life looks like. You don't have to take whatever is handed to you. You don't have to be the victim anymore. And if you failed, guess what? The people who've succeeded the most in life have failed the most in life. They have. They just got up. They learned from their failures. It took me many, many years to learn from them. I'm still learning from them. Get up and fight for yourself. Believe in yourself. Push yourself. Go for it. Even when it's hard, because it is hard. Be different. Stand out. Be you. Be 100% authentic to you. Be strong. Know what you love and be proud of it. And move forward. I'm out, ladies. I love you. Have a great night. Thank you for listening to me on my soapbox. Talk to you soon.